the drone was not supposed to blow up on the princess, right?
I mean, if it did explode the princess, that's an acceptable loss.
Right. And it almost sort of fills a parameter of a mission that you weren't given. One of the guards turns to Claire and says, "What are your orders, Captain?"
I knew it. I knew it.
Hey, everybody! It is Sunday side quest here on Nat 21 Adventures, and once again, Goblonia. I am Robert Turk, author, game designer, former entertainer. My pin is all sideways. There we go. And I am the creator of this game, Goblonia. This is episode 5 in our Goblonia series. Technically, this is the last episode in the mission, although I think we're calling it episode 4 because this is only the 4th gaming session. And we have our goblin characters who are about to encounter some difficult, possibly, situations. So a couple of things. One, while this is the official last episode for this mission in Goblonia, we are going to be back next week with an in-character Ask Me Anything. So if you tune in next Sunday at 8 o'clock, you can see the cast and ask them questions, and they will answer in character. You can ask questions about the game, about why I decided certain things, about the mythology, anything you want to know. It's what Ask Me Anything means, and we will answer it. So I think I've covered the housekeeping stuff. Oh, so this is Nat 21 Adventures. If you have not seen a show on Nat 21 Adventures, this is an audience participation stream. You can participate by spending your channel points down below to influence the difficulty of a character's test. Whenever they try to do something, they're going to test. This game uses a regular deck of playing cards. I should probably get my playing cards out and stack the deck and get them ready to go. Maybe shuffle them. I'll shuffle them. I'll be fair. But you can spend points to make it harder by giving me, the Weaver, the person running the game, a card that will add to the difficulty. Or you can give your favorite player a card if you want them to succeed on a test. Spend channel points. Tommy is the official, or Mab, whoever's actually keeping track tonight, will let us know how many points have been spent, which ones count, and to mess with Mab or not mess with Mab. Exactly. That's the way. All right. So let's introduce our goblins. Up first, we have Brittany. Brittany, you're muted.
I'm playing, and I make things happen.
Yes. Yes. It's
kind of the same thing.
Brittany is a swindler. The politician, Grin, and greasing palms, making things happen. All right. We have Miko as Ishkabibble. Welcome back, Miko.
Hi, I'm here. I didn't die in the desert.
Yes.
Damn it, bucket list fail. What? Hi. What am I saying?
So, Miko, who do you play? What is your playbook?
I play Ishkabibble, the kook. Ishkabibble is God-touched, kind of hearing things of the Almighty from above. Even though goblins don't really have religion, some do. They're, they don't know what they're smoking over there. But Ishkabibble definitely knows some secret insider stuff from up there.
Yes. Yep. Goblins don't necessarily know what they're smoking, but I'll tell you what I'm drinking in my handcrafted, made for Goblonia clay mug. I filled it up with margarita tonight. So
nice.
We'll see how this goes, right? I'm gonna run combat for Goblonia. Lots of cards.
This blends in.
It does. It matches your face. And
it's like I have a favorite color.
We have Cubby.
Please, Mr. Pibb is my father. Call me Doctor.
Yes.
I am the smarty pants of the group, the mad scientist.
And what are you drinking tonight?
Acid?
All right.
Acid.
That works. Yes. Trip to the goblin dentist is in order. Yes. And we have Mab, just Mab.
Oh, hi guys. Hi. Hi there. Okay. I'm a grunt, which just sounds so much more brutal than it really is. Because I mean, yeah, I'll like go, but like only when I'm lifting heavy things. But for the most part, I'm a wonderful domesticated goblin. House cleaning, mending trousers, washing out test tubes, accidentally swapping the acid flask with the urine flask. My bad. Sorry.
Daryl, though, so
I mean,
you're
is
fine.
urine acidic?
It's ammonianic.
There you
It'll
go.
save you from
Yeah.
like jellyfish things and stuff. And hey guys, hi.
We have one player who is unable to be here tonight. Mayhemmer has been with us thus far. A death in the family.
Stabby one.
Yes, she was the stabby one. Would have been nice to have May for combat, but family comes first, and she is away dealing with difficult things. So if you know May on Discord, the Nat21 Discord, you can reach out, give her a hug, send her pictures of your pets. That's what we were doing the other day. Pictures of lizards and raccoons, and we seem to have strange pets. But you can talk about that next week in the Ask Me Anything. Lastly, you have seen her pop up from time to time. She's going to be here for the entire stream tonight. The fabulous Shakespearean actress from the West Coast, Shoshi.
That's me. Hi.
That's you.
Everybody. Yeah, last show last night. So
She's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
in a very small circle.
Well, you don't want your circle to be too big, because then if you have like a dinner party or something,
Yeah,
Not enough plates.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like it's hard, like when you just have loaves and fishes to feed all those people. So
Yeah, I only have 12 golden plates, so I just
Sad.
don't make a 13th friend. And thus, if I have a child, it's not going to be cursed.
Right. There you go. All right. So this game is Goblonia, the game about goblins, modern day goblins in the city of Goblonia. Just looking at the faces on the screen, you can tell this is not Dungeons and Dragons. These are not your Dungeons and Dragons goblins. These are your Fraudian goblins, your Labyrinthine goblins, your goblins from myth and fairy tale. You can get a copy of this game. It's the quick and dirty edition, the quick start edition, right now for free at my website, wicked-clever.com. If you want to see the rules, want to follow along, want to see some of the playbooks and see how everything works, you can do that. The entire game is coming to Kickstarter on October 5th. So we're going to get funds to print the big rulebook. All the art's done. That's done. The editing's about to go away. Should probably let my editor know that. And the last thing, if you actually want to play in the game, you can join my Patreon, patreon.com/theGoblinGuy, and you get some perks plus a once-a-month game that you get to play in. Not on Twitch. That's Nat21. You can join the Nat21 Patreon, and they get to play Dungeons and Dragons, I think, on Twitch. I don't know if it's streamed or not, actually.
It is.
It is. So if you want to be a star, you can join that Patreon. Yes. So, are there buses in Goblonia? No. There are no buses in Goblonia. The
there's a
infrastructure.
train though, right?
Yeah, no
There's a what?
greenhound.
No greenhound. Nope. So Goblonia is a tiered city. Hang on, let me show you the map. That's a No, let me just show you this picture. There you go. Goblonia is a tier city all stacked up on top of each other. So if you tried to drive a bus through Goblonia, it's gonna start collapsing buildings and get caught and all of that. Here's a pretty map. So you can see Goblonia sits in the middle of the Goblin realms, around, surrounded by all this nasty stuff, and the map of the actual city in two parts. But this is the part that we're on right now, up here in Widow's Walk, heading up the tower to the top of the tower. So that, I think, takes care of everything. Let's get rid of that logo and put up no kings. There have been no kings on the board this mission, so you all are sitting at a big fat 0 on the bomb. When the bomb gets to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something bad will happen.
Okay, so we need, what I'm hearing is we need to draft all the kings for tonight. How do we do that?
I think there's a website that helps with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my
Wheelbarrows. Yes, absolutely. Wheelbarrow rides. That's a mode of transportation in Goblonia. Crazy bicycle-like contraptions. A lot of walking and climbing. I think there's a dirigible drone that just exploded. So this is what's happened so far. The goblin, our crew here, the goblins, intercepted a coded top secret transmission that I actually deleted, so I can't play it for you right now. But it says that
it's just too secret.
It's too secret, right? That they needed to rescue a princess from a prison above a smelly garden in a tower because she had information that would be beneficial to Oberon, who is the king of the fairies. Fairies in this game, fair folk, are not good. They're bad. All right, this is a goblin game, and the fairies are ruthless and cruel and oppressive, fascist, horrible. Titania, the queen of the fairies, moved into Goblonia, took it over, and said, "For your protection, I am now in charge." All right, and most of the goblins, because they're just idiots, like most of regular people, just kind of went along with the plan. But not the heroes, not the players, not the characters in this game. They belong to an organization known as GITS. They are fighting back to sort of not necessarily free Goblonia from Titania's clutches, because the fair folk versus the goblins, that would be a bloodbath. But to make it more difficult, to stick it to her. And she is currently engaged in a war with her husband, Oberon. All right, so Oberon's outside the gates with his armies besieging the city. Titania's inside the city. Maybe. She might not even be here anymore. But her forces are inside the city, sending out enchanted humans to fight Oberon. It's like big military leaders do. They just, send expendable forces at each other. And when one side runs out of expendable forces, they apologize. So that's kind of what's going on. The transmission that was intercepted said there was top secret information that might help Oberon. Goblins got it, and their hook jack, the person that tells them, like, here's a job for you to do, you're going to get paid if you go do this, said, hey, go get that person. You can't get the person, get the information. All right? Bring it back, see what's important, see who that is, see where they are, and let's get something out of that. So that's where we started. That's not where we are. So the goblins explored the city. They figured out where the tower was, because there's one big tower running straight through the middle of Goblonia. And last week, Dr. Mr. Pibb and Myrtleine dodged some attacks from dwarves lobbing flaming barrels of beer into the city, and sent their princess-seeking drone up the tower to find the level at which this prisoner was being kept. The drone exploded outside the window, so they know where the princess is. The other half of the team, Grin and Stabby McStabberson,
Wow.
I don't remember. Voss, right. Scaled up the inside of the tower, all secret light, and have popped up in through a trapdoor into the room where the princess is being kept. At the end of last week's episode, I said there were 20 guards in there. that's way too many. All right. That's your first impression looking around the room. Oh my goodness, it's full of guards. There must be 20. But if you actually pause to count, you'll see that there's only 5. All
And
right?
the rest are just like mannequins in
mannequins,
threatening
yes.
poses.
Yes. Well, the walls have been painted like with stick figures of guards.
Smart.
So yeah, just to make, camouflage to flesh out the numbers. Now, Miko was traveling through the desert last week in real life, so was not able to be here during the game. Ishkabibble, do you want to let everyone know where you were during the game, or do you want to wait? And is there a more opportune
we actually
moment
starting?
that? We are starting. Well, we're starting in just a moment.
We'll get us some solo screen time.
When we start, you tell me. When action.
When action hits. All right.
That's what you get.
When action hits, that's what you get.
Yes.
So I will set a little bit of narration, and then we will begin the game. Remember, audience watching along, this is an audience participation stream. We are going to, I didn't shuffle my cards yet. We are going to be drawing cards. This is mostly a combat scene today because of how things have turned out. So there will be lots of opportunities.
We got raided.
We got raided.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. So, welcome, Raiders. Welcome to Goblonia, where all of your goblin dreams come true.
There you go.
We must defend Goblonia!
Now they're welcome, I think.
Blony? There's Blony?
Nice. Hops
bring
and dragons. I like hops. I like hops and I like dragons.
Oh.
That sounds really, really
What about
awesome.
hopping dragons?
Hopping dragons. They would probably shake the dance floor. Yeah.
It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
All right,
We're
so my
going.
cards are shuffled. We are playing. We're just getting started. We're just about to start the action. I'm not going to go back and explain everything. We're just going to go forward with it. You can hit rewind on Twitch if you want to get all the recap. No, I don't think so. I don't know. But I shuffled my cards. We are playing Goblonia. This is a game that I wrote. You can actually get a copy. The free Quick and Dirty edition is available on my website. Linked below.
Me.
Yeah. And it will be coming to Kickstarter on October 5th for the full illustrated entire rules. This game does not use dice. It uses a regular deck of playing cards. So here we go. Boom. And back to that. How do I make that go away? No, I'm just going to leave it up. It's not bothering anybody right now. Nice. All right. Reverend Tommy, thank you for shouting out Hops and Dragons. When you get a second, put that link up there to wicked-clever.com so that people can just click on it. Because I know people are out there clicking on their screen, and it's not going. Because that's not the way a video works. All right. So, the two, I got to take it away. Because if I don't, we can't see your names. All right. The two, Grin and Voise, have climbed up the stairs to the dark of the tower after getting a friend to blow a hole in it. Thank you, Reverend Tommy. And pop out through a trapdoor. All right. A princess-seeking drone explodes outside the window where Claire is being kept in this sort of luxury prison cell. There is like a barred window beside the bed. Like it's set up sort of so you can give the impression of a prison, but it's kind of like the Hilton of prisons. So
prison
there
chic.
Prison chic. And there are
That'll be on the
five.
next Pinterest board.
There are 5 Ratha guards, which are Titania's elite guards. You have seen already Titania's elite guards essentially rappel down the exterior wall of Goblonia and slaughter the dwarves that were assaulting the Widow's Walk with flaming barrels of beer.
Without ropes.
Without ropes. They just freehand rappelled down the wall. So those guards are back. The ones that rappelled down the wall and slaughtered the dwarves are back. They have rounded up Mr. Dr. Pibb, and Myrtleine, and are marching them up to the tower with the rest of them.
I mean, that's where we wanted to go.
That's where you wanted to go, right?
Yeah.
They basically just say, "You're coming with us," and start moving with silver swords pointed at you. So,
Another genius plan by Dr. Pibb.
there you go.
That's right, Mr. Dr. Pibb. You're the smartest guy in the world.
Grin is poking her head out of the trapdoor, looking at these guards that have lowered their pikes towards the trapdoor. Grin, you look to your left to reassure yourself that your stabby Voice is there with you, and no, Voice is not. Has seen the writing on the wall and has slunk away to fight another day. So Voice is not there. And that is where we are going to be. Oh, the guards have turned. You thought you were rescuing Claire, right? The kidnapped princess. The guards have turned to Claire, and one of them has said, "Captain, what are your orders?" That's where we begin.
Out from under the bed, Ishkabibble pops out. Guys! I'm where we should go. And I got bad news. They told me from above, so we shouldn't go up. Oh, hello! I am in the tower. It seems. Oh. Well.
So Ishkabibble pops out from under the bed, tells everyone not to go where they're planning to go, and realizes that's where you already are. Claire?
Yeah, so surprise, I fooled you. You, the most elite members of Oberon's guard. You thought I was just a regular human, but actually I am. Give me a second. Okay. Actually,
Take your time. Don't rush.
I am.
Make sure it's all
Yeah,
good.
it works a lot better when I was practicing.
No,
no,
it's okay.
it's-
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, tell yourself it's worth the wait.
I'm actually Clarantula, one of Titania's most elite elven warriors, and you have been fooled, and now you're going to get captured. That's right. Take that, Oberon.
I look
Nobody
around.
likes Oberon.
Is
I
Oberon
agree.
here?
But it's weird for you to say that as a member of his elite infiltration team.
Oh, yeah.
We're
No, there's some
not-
disconnect. Yeah, we're not that.
Would you
But-
like? I got pamphlets. Would you like one?
Yeah.
Politician.
Yeah.
Guards, arrest them. We got them.
No,
We
wait.
did it.
I
It
thought
didn't work.
Oberon was like anti-goblin.
Yeah, that's why it's so clever for him to use you.
Oh yeah.
Because we'd
Oh, that's
never
fair.
suspect it. Come on.
No
I
way.
know what I'm talking about. I am like the most elite member of Titania's team.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I got better things
Totally
to do.
worked.
Anybody want to go grab a drink or something? Hang out. I can tell you about my my political stand.
Huh?
Anybody? I'm just gonna. This is
No, we're
Grin-
not rescuing.
what I signed up
Grin's got a really good platform.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
He has
if that
great
platform
ideas.
includes drinks, then I'm so there.
Yeah.
You've got my support, Grin.
So there are 5 pikes leveled at Grin, as not at Mr. Dr. Pibb and Myrtleine. They've been marched through the door by 2 other elite guards with silver swords that rappelled down the side of the building. So you're not going anywhere necessarily. What do you do?
I'm just going back down the hole.
All right, you're gonna try and go back down the hole.
Yeah. I mean, this is
They're escaping.
whatever.
Arrest them.
I'm not escaping. There is a bomb, okay? I'm trying to warn you about this bomb, and this is the stuff I get. I'm gonna just go grab a drink or
What
something.
bomb?
You want to come grab a drink? Because this is stupid.
What bomb?
I got better things to do.
All right, it's Grin's action.
What?
Grin, are you talking your way out so that they will let
Yes.
you go down, or are you just
course.
going down? You're
I'm
going. All right,
just
all right.
going down, and I'm talking while I'm at it because that's what I do. This is
All right.
this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
So trying to talk your way through this is definitely Weedle.
I'd say
That's your high one. So that's good. Yep. All right. So I'm gonna draw first. This is a 5-card difficulty. We only use our best 3
Ooh.
cards for the test. So I drew 5 cards. Where
Okay,
am I?
looks like there's a difficulty to player test, so you can draw one more.
Thank you for that.
Easy.
That'd be Sally AE going at it again.
Yep.
I see the deck wasn't
That's
shuffled
The
again.
deck was shuffled. The deck was shuffled twice on screen.
Oh my!
All right. Another
Oh,
difficulty.
one more. One
I don't
more.
need another difficulty. Oh my goodness. Nope. I'm gonna hold it and reserve because that's 3 5s, and I've got a floating pair of 9s down there underneath it.
Floating.
So 3 5s is the
Oddball
difficulty.
shenanigans!
Grin, your test
Yeah.
should be 1 card for the test, 3 for your Weedle, and 1 for politician. So a total of 5 cards. You're going to take your best 3, which right now are absolutely not good enough.
Shenanigans.
Both 8 and 9 are
What if
higher
she
than
gets it?
5.
Let's see.
Both 8 and 9 are higher than 5, but one of them doesn't beat a 3 of a kind. Yeah.
Nice
no.
try. Very smart,
It's
though,
got
Mr.
a pair of
Dr.
9s that are floaties.
Yep.
It's got a pair
Yes.
of floaties that are 9s.
Yep. You would need a 666 to win. All right. So, interesting enough, Cubby, that was originally the rules for the cards, but it was way too confusing for anyone to realize if they had won or not. So we simplified it down. So a
Good
single
call.
card is beaten by a pair, is beaten by 3 of a kind, is beaten by 4 of a kind on 3 cards.
It's
So if
beaten
you have-
by 5 of the kind.
You can't get 5 of a kind. You can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta wonder, maybe you can.
With the Joker.
You've clearly never played poker
Joker's
with
wild.
Myrtleline.
All right.
Jokers are wild.
So, Grin, you are not able to talk your way down the ladder because there are 2 more guards below the ladder pointing up at you. So you start to slide down and are poked in the back and have to come back up. Now, you did not take any damage because you did not have a queen in that test. So you didn't have to take any damage. You just failed to do what you wanted to do. The way teamwork works in Goblonia is anybody else, if you can play off of that failure and use her failure to help your action, you get a bonus card for that. All right. So who's next? It cannot be Claire. Claire and the guards go at the end after everyone else. So who else has something they would like to do? Yes.
Oh,
I just
I'm getting something. Oh, the one above is telling me, get the hell out of there. And if Bill tries to scram,
You broke up on.
just straight through the legs
You're gonna
of some
try
of
to
the
scram
guards.
under the legs of the guards.
Yes, and damn the Weefies. I don't know why it's crapping out all of the sudden.
All right, we got it though. Scramming under the legs of the guards. Let me pull up your character sheet. Okay, that is a scram test. Not as hard as talking through the guards. Oh, wait. Yep, because there's more than one. Okay. So again, it's 5 cards. Normally against a Ratha, doing a physical action is a +1 to the difficulty already. So that would be 4 cards. Because there are more than one, it's a group, or it's a bonus card. Aces in this game are the lowest card you can possibly get. There's only 1 pip on them. Actually, there's 4 pips. So they should beat a 2. No, aces are the lowest. So you got to beat a 7. A 7 to scram through the legs of the guards. You are looking at 1.
Oh, well, I chose to fail already. So
Oh, you chose to fail. All right. That works.
Oh,
So
You didn't ask.
So, yeah, you fail. What happens when you fail here?
You get a squib.
Yes, but
Ishkabibble takes a running start. Yeah, get a squib. Yes. Ishkabibble takes a running start straight for the doorway and just gets a face full of crotch before falling on their bum.
yes, that's exactly what happens. Now, I do have
gods not have to ban a pool.
I do have it on excellent authority that fairy crotches are actually potpourri. So, yeah, true fact from the filming of Labyrinth. Yes, what you thought was David Bowie's was actually a sachet of potpourri for the puppeteer's sake.
Do you think it had nuts?
I have no
Yes.
idea what was in it.
yes.
It absolutely did.
It had nuts.
Juggler.
Also, I would huff that.
All right. By the way,
With the
we didn't say it at the
sound of
beginning of the
stigma.
stream, but it is 8:30 on a Sunday night. This is not a kid's show.
Nutmeg.
All right. So, Miko has failed. Ishkabibble has failed. Grin has failed. Myrtleline, it looked like you had something you wanted to do. If you can work their failures, either one of them in there, you get a bonus card.
Okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna try and live a little recklessly here. I'm just gonna go ahead and say things like, I'm gonna clean them up. I'm gonna say, look, we're just here to clean the space. Don't mind me. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just start like cleaning them and just washing them up and polishing their shoes. And no, it's okay. I got this. I'm just here to clean the house. This place is a mess, and let me just clean that up, and then I'm gonna burn my squib to clean up and remove any. Well, I want to detect magic on people first before I do that, and then if they have it, I'll spend a squib.
So
Just get rid of some of their magic abilities. Just kind of clean them up, make sure they come in place.
there is a magical ability in effect in this room. It is some sort of illusion magic, but it seems to be like long distance illusion magic.
Look, man, I'm doing the thing.
All right, you're cleaning it up. All right.
I'm cleaning it up. I am
All right.
removing that magic.
Okay. Spend your squib.
Done.
And permanently scrub away curses, illusions, or lingering magic effects with nothing more than soap and water. So there's no test there. You do it. You clear away the lingering magical effects. So this is what changes about everything.
Oh, suddenly she's on that side.
That's what changed. Everybody flip sides. No. So any look of a prison cell fades away. All right. It does not look like a prison cell. This looks more like a sort of plotting war room. There are maps of army movements on the wall. There are lists of spies. There is a desk with papers. And the Ratha guards, and actually everybody, looks a little more disheveled, a little more world-worn than the impression you immediately got. All right, so that's what fades away. All right, Mr. Dr. Pibb.
Well, it seems they have us, and I'm wondering if it isn't just time for that drink. Is there any source of a beverage that I could go and start serving everyone with?
Sure. I would say there's definitely a I don't know. What does Claire drink? What does Claire and her guards drink?
Ooh, probably like elderflower mead.
There you go.
You know,
That's what there is.
Thing. That sounds like.
So with an air of capitulation, I'd like to grab that elderflower ale, mead, and start serving it out because I don't have a secret plan. Oh, wait, I do! I'm putting love potion in it! Because nothing has ever gone wrong with love potions.
And sir, that is why you are in charge. You're so smart.
All right. So we got to do a test here.
Oh yeah.
Can
I do anything to assist him? Like if he's doing this on top of my cleaning, I think that works as a nice distraction.
I think it does work as a distraction.
I feel like the failures are a good distraction.
The failures are a great distraction. Yeah, you're going to get a bonus card because there are distractions going on. Are you wanting to not be noticed slipping this love potion in there?
See, the problem with that is I think that's a finagle.
It would be a finagle test, yep.
And I feel if there's a way to bash love potion into it, it would do better.
You tell me. How are you bashing? The most direct, non-subtle. So bash is direct and no subtlety at all.
I'm gonna say, you know what? We need a real drink. We just came across some of that dwarven ale. Very high proof. So I'm gonna add no, I'm still being too subtle, aren't I? I'm trying to be clever.
Yeah.
Go,
Yes.
hey, you want to put hair on your chest? The only bold, brave people can drink of this, huh?
I have often wondered how I would look with hair on my chest, but
You would look very amazing.
All right.
I just want to say that right now.
Then I'm gonna obviously pour a potion into everyone's drink and just go, drink this.
There you go. I mean, saying we need a real drink and spicing it up, that's bashy. I mean, you're not being subtle. You're not hiding your actions.
Then that's what I do.
All right. So the test is more, do they suspect anything is afoot here?
Nah.
Okay? Because they see you do it. It's not your testing to do it. It's done. All right. Do they suspect anything is afoot? Or is your confidence just boom, knocking right through them? So your test, you got to beat a pair of aces, by the way.
Ooh.
Pair of aces. All right. And what was that kicker? A 10. Pair of aces with a 10. So
that's
you got some folks helping you on there. It looks like you're going to draw one card for the test, 2 for your bash, 1 for your mad
Are
scientist.
you kidding?
1 for the failures.
You put a difficulty, Sally? And then nulled by Zalani. 1 difficulty.
All right, it looks like
1
2
bonus,
health.
2 bonuses, 2
2 help.
difficulties. What is wrong with you?
So 2 help and 2 difficulties. So you're going to draw 7 total cards. 2 and 2. 7 total cards. I'm going to draw 7 total cards. No, I'm going to draw 6 total cards.
Hey, is there any way I can spend a squib?
Nope, it's not your turn. This is combat. You took your action. So, all right. Pair of 8 still with a 7. Pair of aces, which is not actually good at all. So, nope, that's the best I got. So you got to get a pair of anything to beat this. You may spend a squib since it's your test to draw 1 more card.
I'm going to spend a squib.
Because it doesn't look like you've got it.
Oh, so are straights good?
Nope.
I didn't think so, but I've got a 5-card straight now.
I mean, that's good if we were playing poker. But in Gobnob, the system for Goblonia, nope, straights don't do anything for you. All right, so your best 3 cards.
Can I burn a gish point?
It looks like you have. You're not supposed to, but it looks like you
I
have.
was asking.
So 1 more card. It looks like
And
1 more
one
help
more.
went in. 1 more help. Possibly
Caleb put
2
one
more
in.
help.
Yeah.
There's people dumping help. They want you to succeed.
I want this so hard.
I don't think that's good. I don't feel good about this at all. I'm worried.
Yep. Face cards in Goblonia are bad. They're very bad.
Right.
Okay, I'm calling it a failure, Mr. Dr. Pibb. You have at least 3 cards that are not base cards and all that,
Yeah.
though, right?
So I had a 6, a 7, and a 10.
All right. Oh, nope. All right. So, yes, you have clearly spiked the drinks. All right? And everybody in the room knows that you have spiked these drinks. And since they assume that you are Oberon's elite strike force here to kidnap Claire, clearly whatever you put in those drinks is not a good thing.
I'll drink it.
All right. I know, 10 cards. Well, yes. So 10 cards, he did get a pair. It was a pair of jacks. And face cards in Goblonia have no value. They are just bad. They represent the fair folk. So, yeah, a pair of jacks would not hurt you immediately, but it would hurt you down the road. Jacks
Wait. Would he still have succeeded in the test if he picked a pair of jacks? No.
They count as a 0. Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to grab one of the drinks then and down it.
All right. Okay. It's Claire and the guards. It's actually the threat round is what this is. Claire and the guards. What are you doing, Claire?
Attack! Capture them! Our plan worked.
All right. So
They clearly came to rescue me. My plan worked, and now we have Oberon's elite guards as our captives.
all right.
Titania's going to be so proud of me.
Yep. So yeah, Reverend Tommy says you should have kept the pair of jacks and just lean into that failure. But it's okay. Yeah, so the guards are moving in to capture you. This is not your turn. This is the guards' turn. So I need to know one at a time what you are doing to avoid being captured. Like hands on you. They are physically moving to grab you at pike point, sword point. There are 9 guards and only 4 of you. So that's at least 2 guards on every person.
Where's this?
I'm going to grab a drink, take a swig, and throw it in one of their faces.
Okay. So you can't, on your resistance turn, whittle them down, but that is a good way to avoid being captured, yes. So, yeah, grabbing a drink and throwing it in somebody's face when they're trying to grab you. That feels like... Where are you? That feels like finagle for your test. So that would be one card. Everybody's gonna draw at the same time. They're all going against the same hand because it's the same action against all of you. So that would be one card plus finagle for you. So you're drawing 2 cards, Grin. And actually, you can work in the doctor's failure because you know the drinks are essentially poisoned. He failed on that, so you actually get 1 more card for your test. All right, what's everybody else doing? Actually, let me toss up the hand you have to beat here.
Are you kidding me?
pair of 10s and a 4 is what you have to beat.
Sorry, I was still recovering from the smell of
Still take a
crotch.
swig of
What
the
am I
drink.
drawing against?
Well, you get to decide. This is a threat round. So how are you avoiding being captured? How are you avoiding the guards physically laying hands on you?
I don't know. I might like it.
Okay, you can choose to just fail.
And make it weird
Wait,
for
wait.
them.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So if I have this ability that's the beast within, is that a
Can
good
you do
counter?
an ability right now?
No, the beast within does not
Unleash
work
the
right
beast.
Damn it.
Can
I
I
mean-
hide in plain sight right now?
now. Yes, you can.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Well, before they grab me, can I offer them my one unchewn piece of gum?
You can. Is that going to stop them from grabbing you?
Well, if their hands are full of one little stick of gum, yes.
Maybe they really like gum.
Okay, that's going to be finagle. Essentially, you're going to try and put the gum in their hands so that they can't grab you. It's that salesman tactic of if you want to sell something, you make it so the other person has to hold it. All right? So if I want to sell somebody a book at a show, I put it in their hands. All right? Because once you have something in your hands, it feels like yours and you don't want to give it back. You want to sell a car, you get the person inside the car driving the car.
And here I assumed that Ishkabibble would just do it like a mafia gives a tip, where it's like shaking the hand and here's a little something for you.
There you go. That's fine. But you're looking at a finagle test, so that's 1 card plus 1 card for your test. Wait, you're not the goon. What are you?
Kook.
Kook. So that's 0 cards for finagle. That's 1 card for your test.
I don't think you're going to beat a pair.
I don't think you're going to be a pair. Yeah. Myrtleline, you are hiding in plain sight.
Yes, and the way I am doing that is I'm going around cleaning the room of illusions, which I did the last earlier in the same round. I'd like to see if I can hide behind Claire and Corella.
Claire Corella?
Stop.
Clarantula.
Clarantula.
Like
Yeah.
As in like tarantula?
Yeah. So it's like I'm gonna be like cleaning, and then I'm
Yes.
because I'm already cleaning. I'm gonna be like kind of like slipping behind people, ducking out of line of sight. So I'm hoping to use figure. I'm hoping to be very smart about my hiding. So one card for
the way you've described it, I'll give you figure because you're specifically putting yourself behind people, watching lines of sight. So you are looking at 1 card for the test, 2 cards for figure. If you spent the squib on hide in plain sight, that's 2 more cards.
boop. And
And
as my profession as a housekeeper,
That's another card. And I would say the distraction from the previous failures also would add you a card. It looks
Give me a card.
It looks like Ishkabibble has gotten an extra card, so you get at least 2 cards to try and beat this test. Mr. Dr. Pibb, what are you doing to avoid hands being laid on your person?
Ooh.
What? Why do you? What is with your thing here? I don't. Do I have enough cards?
You got a lot of cards.
That is a lot of cards.
And no pairs.
It looks like you got a 9, a 5, and a 3.
Yeah. What is going on here?
I see it. We got to finish this test.
Dr. Pibb is just going to grab one of the drinks that he poured and just drink it himself and sit down and offer no resistance. So I'm just gonna fail.
You're just gonna fail. All right.
And I want somebody to take this damn love potion. I don't care if it's me.
All right. So you're taking the love potion,
Hey,
correct?
baby.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So you have failed. Grin has failed. Ishkabibble has failed, and it sounds like Myrtleine has failed
Oh yeah.
as well. So all of you are taking 1 point of damage to your Vim and Vigor because you did not manage this resistance. Now it's going to play out different for each of you. Each of you gets to, though, when you take damage, describe how that affects you. All right? Mr. Dr. Pibb, it could just be nobody's drinking your damn love potion. You set up this perfect mad scientist moment, and what the hell? I mean, so however this affects you to take damage, it doesn't have to be physical damage.
Dignity of it all. The indignity, a perfectly crafted elixir going to wait. I have to poison myself with it because no one else will just. It's a love potion, for crying out loud. This is a classic comedy mad science bit. It's insulting, and my pride is wounded.
Oh. I'm ready for that. So she's like, clink, yoink. So she's like being held up in the air. And she's still clinging in the air. And I try to like clean his face. Hi. Sorry about that. I just gonna. Okay, we're good.
All right, mark a point on your Vim and Vigor.
Good.
Whoops. How do you take damage?
You sure you don't want it? And then the Rathagard just grabs it and shoves it down their gullet.
Okay.
It's my favorite flavor.
Stab me in the butt. Not okay. Not okay. You weren't supposed to be the ones. The friend left me. Do you know who I am? Neither do I right now.
All right. So there we go. Mr. Dr. Pibb, blow to the ego. Myrtleine is held up in the air. Yep, I'm gonna get your Jack here. Grin is stabbed in the butt. Ishkabibble has gum shoved down her throat. We have to resolve that Jack.
Throat.
Its throat. Sorry, we have to resolve that Jack. A Jack means we haven't had one in a while.
No, because
Have we had one ever?
We have avoided the face cards.
We have avoided the face cards.
All of them.
Resolving face cards. There we
Right?
go. Suspicion on your group grows. The Jack means suspicion surrounding your group and your activities has increased in the eyes of the occupation. Well, no kidding, because here you are, surrounded by guards in a tower. So I mark 1 point for the occupation in your current borough.
He's kind
Which-
of hot.
Is the top.
That's true. Yeah.
Looks like a Rathagard to me, even. Look
All
at
right.
this smug fucker. That love potion working yet, Dr. Pibb?
Yeah, no. All right. Yes, that's what can happen. Right. Most gobbly game of Among Us ever. Suspicion has grown. All right. So that was the threat round. It is back to you all. What do you want to do? And even if you just want to convince them to let you go, or that you are not Oberon's soldiers, that you are faithful, loyal goblins, that's still considered a combat action because right now their orders are to capture you and hold you. So it doesn't mean you have to stab them, but if you want, however you want to extricate yourself from this situation, you're going to have to wear down at least Clarantula's persistence. You're going to have to at least convince Clarantula, which is a mechanical stat there, that you are not.
These goblins are good. Look at how
aren't they?
Being in character.
I know. Look at how
suspected that they're Oberon's elite team. Cool.
Right. They are playing the part of ineffectual perfectly. All right. It's any one of the four of you.
I'm going to go into my narcissistic. Oh,
No,
it could be the
All right, Gren.
Ladies first.
What you doing?
Ladies
All right, I'm going to go into my narcissistic pep talk. Can I double that with trying to wheedle them as well?
No. If you are indulging your vice to heal, that is the only thing you get to do. All right. How many points of damage have you taken?
1.
Okay. It's totally up to you whether you want to indulge your vice. You don't have to after every point of damage. All right. At 1 point, it is not really affecting you yet. It looks like on your character sheet, 2 points will start to affect you.
I want to be spotless.
Okay. All right. That's fine. You can indulge your vice. That's how goblins heal.
Cheer up, Grin. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. People love you. You're a politician. They might not know who you are. They might not know who your dad is. But you're special.
You are special.
Special.
That's special.
And I'm the greatest one of y'all. I'm going to treat you all out to a drink when it's all done.
Oh, it's the truth.
We're gonna
Amen.
have a stabby party. And play gently with stabby things and safe words.
Like what?
All right. Draw one single card. Let's hope it's not a face card. It's a 7. You have healed.
Praise the one.
You have healed your Vim and Vigor. So your point is gone. All right. That was Grin's action. Grin is sitting there. I don't want to say bleeding from the butt, but I just did. So giving herself
Gives
a pet
new
talk.
meaning to anal leakage.
All right.
Yes.
Who is next? Who is next? You do
Me,
not.
I'm next.
All right, you're next. Ishkabibble, what you doing?
You Wrath of God seem to not know who you're messing with. You have not heard of Ishkabibble? My notoriety seems to think otherwise. I'm notorious.
What is your goal here?
Great question.
Because right now they do think that you are pretty impressive, and that's why they have captured you.
So, wait. So, okay, because I've also got curse. You can't use the notoriety to make the curse worse?
Nope, you can curse them.
Damn it.
You can absolutely curse them.
Definitely am going to curse them.
All right.
I call from the power above.
All right. Now, are you cursing an individual guard or are you cursing Clarantula? There you go. All right. So anybody that acts against Clarantula gets a bonus to their test, including in your resistance for the rest of the scene. The rest of the scene.
Goodbye, Squib. I spent you well.
Yep. All right. Now you were also sort of saying, using your notoriety, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Are you also trying to intimidate the guards in all of
If
that?
that is viable, then damn right I am.
I mean, combined with the fact that you are now calling down a curse on their captain, I would say yes. If you wanted to make a Weedle test to try and intimidate the elite guards, you could do that.
We are just worthless, filthy goblins, and you shouldn't waste your time with us.
All right. Not the most intimidating thing to say, but this is a Weedle test. You got to beat a pair of 6s.
What the? That's it.
I mean, it would have been a straight if straights were a thing. 3, 4, 5, 6.
So I get how many? I got 2 Weedles.
1 for the
That's
test,
it?
2 for Weedle, 1 for your curse. Nope, your curse doesn't actually affect
Not
them.
from me.
Not and 1 from. I'll give you your profession here. God's touch. You're playing in it.
Hey,
Plus
yes.
1 from the chat. It looks like 5.
Yes.
5 cards.
Son of one! Look at the son of.
You got a pair of 4s.
What is this? The fuck? The fuck?
Well, that's
Fuck!
you did slightly better. Okay.
Wait, and maybe one more, but you know.
Do it. I'm cursing the chat to give me more cards.
Draw another card.
Oh hell yes. Shit! Not that card. This card.
All right. So the test fails. They are not intimidated. They do think that, like, I mean, they've been ordered to hold you, to guard you. There's a reason why, but you have called down a curse on Clarantula in your action. So everybody else gets a bonus, but it's Clarantula. Okay. So Grin has gone, indulged her vice. Ishkabibble has gone and cursed. All right. So Mr. Dr. Pibb or Myrtleine.
Well, maybe it's the Elderflower Mead talking, but I think Clarantula has a point here. You know, she's clearly like frankly I admire her. It's you know, it's an enemy, but sometimes your enemy you have more in common with than your friends. It's a strange kind of connection that you feel. And I'm kind of compelled to just tell her the truth that we're not working for Oberon at all.
The sun and the moon, and it went away.
I just there's just something about her that I just admire.
Yes. All right. So are you trying to convince Clarantula that you are actually not working for Oberon?
No, I'm just being real here. I don't know what's come over me. Maybe some kind of superbly crafted potion made by a brilliant man, but I just think you deserve to know what's going on here. Clarantula, can I call you Claire? Angela.
No, absolutely not.
All right. Angela, it is.
So what is your goal as a player, Mr. Dr. Pibb?
Just to maybe build something real out of all of this. Just to have a moment of truth, just a connection is all I'm saying. And you know what? Everyone should try this mead. It's wow.
So that sounds like a Weedle test.
And that's when he's talking from the heart.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
sincere.
wheedling here. I'm we seeving.
This could be Bash. It is direct and unsubtle.
I'm done with subtlety. I don't want to. Hey, let's stop playing games here. Like, what is this?
Girl.
What is this?
Girl.
All right, 2 cards for Bash, 1 card for the test, 1 card for your curse.
Now,
You got to beat a 9.
yeah.
Gotta beat
Now I get a pair.
There you go.
Wow, maybe he has a point.
Right? But
Maybe I should drink that mead.
all right. So that is 1 rank of persistence that you have taken off of Clarantula. With your success, I want everybody to note Mr. Dr. Pibb succeeded. Round of applause. That might be the only one the entire game. But
Hey, at the rate we're going, we can win this encounter as long as we just make it like within 5 hours. We can win.
yeah, there you go. So you have
I am sanctioned to engage marriages, by the way.
yes. So you have started to maybe convince Clarantula that you are not Oberon's crack team of would-be kidnappers. All right, Myrtleine.
I mean, we're crack.
I would like to take this opportunity to act as the good Mr. Doctor's wing gob. Yeah, I'm gonna talk this guy up. Yeah, he is the greatest. He's so smart and talented, and you can even like see he's got like red like muscles all up in there, and he's like, oh, turn around, show him your butt. Oh, what a nice butt! But really, his best assets are his huge gloves that he wears when he's gonna make science. And that also I'd like to take this opportunity to intentionally fail so that I can get a squib.
Okay. Well, I still drew my cards. Beat an 8. You still want to intentionally fail?
Myrtleine,
Oh,
fist
yeah.
bump.
All right. All right.
Because I want a squib.
All right. You get it. You get a squib. So you're talking up to the doctor.
I'm talking the doctor up.
Right.
His wing gob.
Very much as a like dating profile thing, which I mean, Claire can make these choices for herself, but probably that would be the definition of slumming it.
Yeah, no, he is the greatest. I tell you, he's really got a lot of really amazing redeeming qualities, and he's
Like
only had like urine a
beard.
couple of times.
That is
And-
way beyond slumming it. That pushes the definition of slumming it even further.
Right. I mean, a fair folk hooking up with a goblin, probably not gonna happen.
No,
Especially
it really
not
is
credited, not accredited.
star-crossed, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah. All right. I believe that was all 4 of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we're
So,
being honest, anyway.
Yeah, Claire, you are not convinced, but you're starting to wonder what the hell is really going on here.
Yeah.
So, what do you want? what
Well,
you want?
Yeah, this is a little different than the reaction I was expecting. So I think I'm just gonna question them right here.
Okay.
So tell me your plan. Tell me Oberon's plan.
And there's no resistance. There's no resistance. The guards have got you. Myrtleine up in the air still. Actually, the guards have put Myrtleine on a shelf. This filing cabinet back there behind Clarantula. They
Pretty
picked
dusty up
Myrtleine up.
there.
That's good. That shelf needed to be dusted. So
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I got it. You're good. I got it.
So, and they still all do have their weapons drawn on you, but it's not as threatening anymore. Like if you tried to cut and run, they would probably stab you. But do they really need to stab you? I mean, if word gets out that they slaughtered this,
Pathetic.
yes, that was the word I was looking for. Like that they sunk so low as to sully their weapons in that manner. It
They
might
already
not
did.
look great. Well, you really kind of sat on the guy's pike, so that one will be burned. All right, so there's no resistance test. So yeah,
This is like we were being mugged and we just wet ourselves in response.
yeah,
And it's working.
it is working. So it is back to you all. Does anyone
Wait,
have
don't we-
anything they would like
She-
to do?
All right, a question. She's Claire Antula said, "Tell us the Oberon plan." Is that
yeah.
correct?
Now that I've got you.
Yeah.
Now I need to know. Tell me, and your Oberon's elite rescue team. Like he's got to have a plan, right? Like he's always got a plan. So tell me his plan.
And not only that, their entrance was covered with a ineffectual attack on the city. Like that was clearly a distraction. Dwarves hurling
Those
flaming
dwarves,
barrels
yeah.
of beer.
Yeah.
That was a distraction to cover for them infiltrating the tower, obviously. So
And
something
when
is
I
going on.
find out what their plan is, Titania's going to be so proud of me.
Right. And then you can kill them. But you got to get the plan out of them first.
I've
All right.
gotten word from the one above. Oh, he says, Oberon is giving up. Titania is the greatest and most beautifulest, smartest, cleverest, and that anyone who serves Oberon should just give up and be left alone. And I've heard.
So that is definitely a Weedle test. So 1 for the test, 2 for your Weedle, and 1 for the curse.
3 to get ready and 4 to go. Sorry.
Yeah. That gives you 4 cards. You said some very key things in there, that Titania was the best, and clearly anyone that follows Oberon should just give up. So I'm setting the difficulty of this test at 2 cards, because you're saying what the people in the room want to hear.
I'm just listening. I am translating the transmission.
There you go.
How many 10s do you have in your deck?
7.
Oh damn! I only have 6 10s.
Yes. So
Are we
4
ready?
cards. 4 cards for your test. So you're going to take the best 3.
God, it's not poker.
Ha! Pair of aces.
Thank you up there.
All right.
Thank you. Good, well done.
That's a second strike on Claire's persistence. So you have not worn your way out of this situation yet, but yeah, yes, you're saying all the things that they believe. So, and if any one of them were to say such things about Titania, they would probably be beheaded, or worse. So, yeah, for you to be saying those things about Oberon, maybe you don't work for Oberon.
Or maybe that's Oberon's just giving up.
I mean, maybe your persistence is halfway worn down, Claire. All right. So that was Ishkabibble. Who else still gets to go? I think any of the other three of you. Merline, are you
No,
pointing
that
at
guy.
Mr. Dr. Pip? Okay.
Yes, I am.
Grin, I saw your hand go up. Have you got something?
I'm over it. This is boring. I'm still offering for drinks, even though you stabbed me in the ass. Let's all just get along. I don't know who Oberon is. I don't care. Oberon can just smell some socks. I just want to have a drink.
Obi can go fight his brother at midnight.
All right. That is a Weedle test. Even though you are telling the truth there. So you are trying to convince them you have nothing to do with Oberon. You just said you don't even know him. So 1 card for the test, 3 cards for your Weedle, 1 card for the curse. I don't know that giving up and telling people you don't care is a solid move as a politician.
I'm encouraging them to go get drinks.
With you.
That's the move.
All right, so we'll say
Yes.
that's a politician. That's a politician thing. Come on, come get drinks with me. You didn't
Now
offer
lunch
to
them
buy
up
drinks.
first.
Yes. So 1 for the test, 3 for Weedle, 1 for your profession, 1 for the curse. You're at 6 cards. That's what you have to beat. A 9. You have to beat a 9.
Oh.
Well, you do have a 9, a 5, and a 3.
Damn it.
So right now you're at a 9 and a 7 is what you've got to beat.
So close.
Nobody likes
So
drinks, apparently.
I mean,
Jeez.
it was an easier test on them. Normally the Wrath are very hard to persuade. Now, you can spend a squib to draw another card, or if anybody's still watching in the stream, they could spend points to give you a card.
Remember, use it or lose it. This is it.
Kyla's given some points to something.
+1.
+1 to Grin. You don't need to give it to the difficulty because she's losing right now. So looks like +1 card. You don't have to spend a squib on it. Draw a card, Grin.
No whammy.
Wait, is that a...
If you had another 4 of them, you gotta. Yeah.
All right. You'd have to spend a squib to draw another card if you've got it.
I'll
One
spend a
more.
squib.
We can
One
get
more.
her bonus from my curse.
Yep, we counted
They
it.
all sober here or something? Jeez. Thought Titania was more
Oh,
party
one
and
more.
more.
Rip Tommy says one more.
You
One
have
more.
one more.
One more.
Oh.
Joker.
Jokers are wild. That will make a pair of
Woohoo!
anything you want. And
Yahtzee.
and we'll win.
Pair of nines.
Pair of nines. Pair of nines. All right.
Thank you.
Go get some drinks.
That has worn down the guard's resistance.
Yay.
So you could actually convince the guards that you're not a threat before you convince Claire that you're not a threat.
Cool.
It is.
Well,
it
the
is
guards and I are
possible.
going to go down to the pub.
Right. You're gonna go down to the pub. They're gonna take you. Not necessarily. I have
I got
no
plenty
idea
of
what
money to
this
pay
is
for
in
already.
reference to, but I agree with you. Absolutely, luck in spades. Absolutely. All right, that leaves Mr. Dr. Pibb and Myrtleine in this round of combat. It's Goblonia style combat. Anything you want to do can be used against you.
So I kind of messed up last round.
Yeah.
My Vim and Vigor, I have lost 2 points, so I should have had a -1, but I missed it, and I'm sorry.
Oops.
That's okay.
Oh
It was an-
well.
So because I clearly can't trust myself, I'm gonna have to indulge my
You're going to indulge your vice? Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
I don't have to worry about doing that again.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to make you full screen and let you indulge your vice.
All right. Well, my vice is gobsplaining. So look. Clarantula. Okay. You know how I feel about you. It's very sudden, but it's very real. But here's the thing, like, you need to understand what's actually going on here. You know, there are so many more factions than you even realize. You're playing chess against Oberon and Titania are playing chess here, but we're playing checkers on the same board. There are more pieces. We might be playing Parcheesi on that checkers board at the same time. I'm pretty sure Ishkabibble is playing Hungry Hungry Hippos. But again, same board. So there's just...
It's me,
like,
I'm the hippo.
It's like a parfait of complexity and intrigue. And where are the nuts that got thrown on?
Not
That's what's happening.
All right. That does not move the needle on anyone's persistence. That's just your indulging your vice. It looks like you're healing 2 points, so draw 2 cards. Nobody can mess with this draw. You draw 2 cards and hold them up to the screen. Another jack. All right. I will mark it. So we do resolve that. You do heal.
Heal one or heal 2?
You healed them all. You heal back to 0, but we do have to resolve the negative effects of your gobsplaining there.
We went back to being a little sus.
You didn't necessarily go back to being sus as Oberons, but clearly there's something going on here. You're in a room full of Wrath of Guards and one of Titania's lower lieutenants that is clearly botching a trap that they set for Oberon's forces.
Yeah.
But
for the record, Clarantula is the finest captain in the employ of any fag.
I would, yes. So yeah, you are gaining suspicion among the guards in the tops of Goblonia because clearly they don't know what your plan is, but you know something because you're playing on multiple boards, and definitely someone to be watched.
Good luck figuring out what our plan is when clearly we don't know.
You don't know it. All right. So, Myrtleine, what are you doing?
I'd like to convince Claire Angela that Dr. Mr. Pibb is the greatest. I'd like to be a wing gob, and this time I would like to not fail.
Well, we come to the. What are you saying? What are you?
Okay. So clearly, he's very, very smart. He knows what he's talking about, and a lot of things. He just needs an amazing and talented, beautiful, wise, and it sounds like I'm coming on here. baby. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? That is some kind of electricity that I am feeling between you two right here. And it is moving me in such ways that I am gonna have to really clean this place up. But I think it is gonna be a beautiful match. I think it's gonna be. I think you guys are so perfect for each other. You complement each other's skills. You like almost finishes each other's
Sandwiches.
You know, like, oh, it's amazing. It's like simpatico. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it?
All right.
Am I feeling it?
Well, we're gonna find out if Merline's just managed to confuse you even more or not. Merline, this feels like a Weedle test.
Sure, I'll take Weedle.
All right. So 1 for your test, 1 for Weedle, 1 for the curse that's in effect. So 3. Talking up your boss as the servant housekeeper, I'll give you it for your profession as 4. Now, this would normally be you're trying to convince her to love your boss. This would normally be a 4 or 5 card test. My deck is empty. I have 1 card. And in the rules of Goblonia, you do not shuffle in the middle of a test. So you have to do a 2.
So I just need
You just need at least a 3. You're drawing 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, and you need at least a 3.
Okay, so let me kind of show you what I got here for comedy's sake. Yeah, I appreciate that.
All of the aces and a 2.
Okay, here we go. I got
It's gonna be all
queen.
queens.
A queen.
Oh shit!
I got an ace.
You got an ace. Doesn't help you.
Oh, look, a 2.
A 2.
Oh my gosh.
And a 6.
All right. And because you have 3 cards, you only play the best 3. You don't have to take damage from that queen. So you succeed on your test. You beat a 2 with a 6.
Wow. You
Uh,
feeling it? Some staccato.
So yeah, you have definitely interjected some confusion.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Because Claire, I think you are starting to get it. You have 1 point of persistence remaining before you can give up on the fact that these goblins are not in any way, shape, or form a crack team of anything.
Anything other than crackpots.
So,
There's crack involved, but it's just Gren's horrible injury.
right. Yes. So it seems that Myrtleine is trying to convince you to hook up with the doctor. So I accidentally grabbed up a joker, and I'm not supposed to have any jokers in my deck. So that's why I pulled a card out. Reverend Tommy saw me do that on screen, look at it and say, whoops, and pull that card out. So, yeah. Shuffling the deck.
Reverend Tommy, did you not see the first few hands of this game? They were obviously stacked. He's just making these noises like this. Oh, I'm shuffling. Oh,
Shuffling. Shuffling the stack of cards. It's actually a Svengali deck. It's all 7s and 9s.
Is that what a Svengali deck is?
It's got some funky numbering. Yep. And the cards I believe the cards are different size. So if you shuffle it one way, it looks right. But if you shuffle it the other way, you've only got the cards you want.
It's a slightly diagonal cut. I used to have a deck of those.
Yep.
Tangent!
So, resistance round. I believe everybody went, right? Yes.
No, I did not go.
Yes, you did.
I'm going to try again.
You did something. I don't remember what it was. It was not effective. So,
What else is new?
all right, resistance round. Claire, they're not
Well-
giving you the information you want.
Yeah. I'm a little confused, but I don't make mistakes. So
No, you do not.
yeah.
It's like
So like I need to at least get something
Right?
out of them. So
I mean, torture is always an option.
yeah, I mean I've got to start the torturing. Basically.
Dr.
Wow.
Pip does not agree to premarital action.
Things are going really fast.
All right.
If you are just gonna talk nonsense, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to up the game. Guards, torture them.
all of them, or just that guy? Just,
That's a
Not
good
it.
question. All of them? Or are you picking out one specific goblin?
We did the nose thing, and Grin was last. So
Yeah.
Wow.
I know it's got to be
Florida's
all
pineapple.
because
That's all of
true.
they're all giving me nonsense.
All right,
I'm
they're all
already
giving you
being
notes.
tortured.
Yes.
I'm being tortured
Yes.
by this piece
Okay,
of shit webcam.
So now you're going to be stabbed with pikes.
Not killing, just a little
Captain
stabbing.
Right.
Let him
Goblins
stab
are
me
hard to
any day.
kill.
What?
So, I mean, they'll know this. Goblins are hard to kill. You've essentially got to they're kind of like vampires. Take off the head, that'll do it. Destroy the body, that'll do it. Poking them with a pike, they might bleed for 100 years, but they're mythical creatures. They're not going to bleed out. So they'll just keep bleeding. It'll make a big mess. So you all are going to be tortured. This will cause damage if you fail this test. So what are you doing to resist being tortured? And we will say this is a 4-card resistance test. Unless anybody adds anything, you have to beat a pair of aces to not take damage. To not take damage, you have to beat a pair of aces. All right. So what are you doing?
Blending in.
I'm telling them where they can stick the pikes.
All right. So you're sort of helping them. Like,
And-
oh yeah,
and-
it's
I'm whispering my safe word in their ear too. Safety first.
okay.
Are you failing? You intending to fail? Failing on first or whatever it's called?
I mean, they still have to. They still have to be mindful. Take direction, you know.
So you're gonna hope that they go easy on you, like because you've offered to buy them drinks and you're taking them out after this, and
Yeah, the best follow up that I could think
yeah.
of.
So they've got to maybe you're
Drink.
trying to convince them in your subtle politician wink wink nudge nudge way to not really torture you, just make it look like it.
Say no more.
All right. So that's definitely a Weedle test. So you're looking at 1 card for the test, 1 card for your profession as politician, 3 cards for Weedle, so a total of 5 cards. To avoid taking damage from this. So they might poke you a little bit. You're convincing your particular guards. But this is a test against everybody. Everybody's trying to beat a single pair of aces. You're not doing it yet, Grin.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
I guess they don't hear my safe word.
They don't. Not yet. They don't. We'll see if anybody adds anything to that. All right, Mr. Dr. Pibb, what are you doing
Pina colada.
to avoid getting tortured here?
That's a very good
Oh, we got
question.
a point to Grin in the chat.
All right, Grin, so you
One
got
more
another
card,
card.
Grin.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Oh, for crying out loud.
All right.
Heebie-jeebies.
If you squint really hard, the 5 and the 6 are the same.
Oh, I think I got another one.
I think you got another one. Yep. Reverend Tommy says it's difficulty, but I'm seeing Akila's thing that they clicked the wrong one and meant for it to be a bonus. So 2 cards to Gren. All right. It looks like maybe another card to Gren. They don't want you to get tortured. They like the sleazy politician.
What we do best. Come on.
Wait, is that a pair of 3s? No.
Oh, it's a pair of 10s.
It's a pair of 10s.
So Gren is safe
Pair of 10.
unless somebody adds a card to the difficulty.
That is a lot of cards.
That's a lot of cards.
Did I
to get a pair
spend
of
a squib
10s.
and change my outfit too?
It's a well shuffled deck.
All right. Yes.
I know.
Somebody else, because all 4 of you have to try and.
Okay. I already know what I'm going to do, but if anybody else wants to do
What are you going to do?
I'm going to blend in. I'm going to blend so hard. I'm going to be I'm already on the shelf. I'm going to be like tchotchke on the shelf. I'm going to look like a little garden gnome or something. I'm just going to
Right? You work here. This is your job, cleaning this office, right? Yeah.
blend.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
blending
all right.
so hard.
You've
So you
always
are-
been there.
You've always been there. You're not on the other team. They're not torturing you.
I'm a little teapot.
Bonus
short and
squib
stout.
if you can spell tchotchke.
No.
It begins with a
So,
T-H-C-A.
Murderline, as much as I hate to say it, I think this is probably Scram. You're just trying to avoid
Okay.
notice, right?
Sure.
So 1 for your profession, 1 for the test, 1 for Scram, 1 for the curse,
Oh, yeah.
2 for hide in plain sight. So you're up to 6.
Oh.
Reverend Tommy, did somebody add a card to the difficulty? Because it's still the same test. They're all testing it's the same hand since they're all resisting the same thing. So if there is a card to the difficulty, I'll just add it in. It's not going to be able to beat a pair of 10s unless I get another ace. So, all right.
I
Merlin's-
lost track. How many have I got?
You're drawing 6. That added a 3.
Oh, for crying out loud, you guys.
Done.
Difficulties.
Done. Yeah. It's still a pair of aces with a 7. All right, so Merlin, make that 2 for difficulty. Pair of aces with a 10.
Oh, yeah? I'm in on the 10 game. Yeah, look at me.
Pair of
I'm a
10s.
touchy.
Pair of 10s. Have you got something other than a
Aces?
face card?
Yeah, I've got a 6, a 4, and an ace.
That's fine. Just make your best 3-card hand. All right.
Okay.
Ishkabibble, what are you doing to avoid being tortured or avoid being injured by being tortured, as the case may be?
I have an
I-
idea. If you
While
want
Ish
another
Kabibble's
minute to
thinking.
think, can I call you Ish?
No. Ishka is the one I bibble for. Please, just call me Ishka Bibble.
Okay. So I can't-
Ishka's upstairs, and I get all the info. You know, I get the info.
good to know.
right.
I don't know how to avoid injury right now, but
Okay.
considering this thing that's happening, I can at least make it very uncomfortable for everyone in the room. So I make lock eyes with Clarantula, and I say, as long as you take your time.
Oh, yeah, that is so uncomfortable.
Apologies to everyone, but yeah, things just got weird.
Okay. So here's my question for you. Are you taking the damage or are you testing to avoid the damage?
I'm testing to avoid because I'm hoping that no one's heart is in it at that point, and just
right.
I expect the pikes to go limp after that.
I hear you. This is almost like a reverse psychology sort of thing going on here.
Yeah.
So this is a figure test.
Oh, that's a thing I can do.
That's a thing you can do, right? So 1 for your test, 2 for figure, another one for the curse, puts you at 4. You're not a psychologist, you're a mad scientist, so your profession's not going to matter here. If you want to lean on your notoriety, you can probably go with your notoriety in this as well.
Like, it's known that Mr. Dr. Pibb is into some weird stuff.
Yeah, evidently. Evidently.
All right, that's 5.
That's 5. 5 to beat a pair of aces.
Oh. Well, there's this king and a queen.
And 3
but I
other
have
cards.
5, so I'm just left with this pair of 8s.
There you go. There you go. All right. That leaves Ishkabibble. So far at this point, nobody, Reverend Tommy, I'm checking back. Nobody else has added more difficulty, right? But everybody has passed. Nobody is taking damage from this torture.
I got a bonus to me.
Right. You got a bonus to you. What are you doing, Ishkabibble? It's become uncomfortable. It's become uncomfortable. Myrtleine clearly works here. Grin has bribed, in a sense, the Ratha guards. It might be good to know a goblin politician that is also maybe an alcoholic. So that leaves you.
Wait, what's that? Oh, okay. The one above says to harm Ishkabibble will bring an even worse curse down upon you and your whole family.
All right. That's Weedle. So 1 for the test, 2 for the Weedle.
Don't hurt my speaker, my bibbler.
1 for the God's Touched. And we'll give you 1 for notoriety. So 5. 5 cards. Plus whatever you got from chat. I think you got 1. No. Yeah, Screaming Dragon gave you 1 back there. So that's 6.
Oh.
I did. I'm at. Oh, okay. All right. Wait for it.
6 cards. You gotta beat a pair of aces.
I only used 3 though, right? Who cares?
Uh-oh.
Who cares? Ah, wait. Nice. Double nice. I got a pair of 69.
I think it's appropriate. It checks out. Yes.
So it looks like 1 more was added to the difficulty of this test, which has not ended yet.
So
takes
she got a pair of
takes
sevens.
a pair of aces to a pair of 7s.
But we got a
Did
6,
everybody
9.
still beat it?
69 is definitely higher than 7.
Ishkabibble's got a pair of 9s. Sorry, it has a pair of 9s. I feel like somebody had a pair of 6s to beat the pair of aces.
Oh, that would be me.
What?
Myrtleine, did you have a pair of 6s?
Oh, so it changes throughout?
It's 1 test. It's 1 test. All 4 of you against a single hand. So as they've been making my hand more difficult, that's been screwing with you all.
Yeah, that would have been me. That would have been me. Yeah. Okay.
Bag of dick.
So I'll take the damage now.
That's the quirk of Nat 21. Normally in the game, that would not be the case. You would have been stuck against a Is somebody adding to Myrtleline to try and get her out of this? It looks, I don't know. Sally A.E. said test.
So
I
the
don't know.
difficulty. Yeah.
That goes to the difficulty. Another one to the difficulty.
Yeah.
It's a 6.
Sally.
So pair of sixes, a pair of sevens, and a mage. Kyla has added one. They feel bad for you, Myrtleine. So you get to add one.
Wait, mine was a pair of
Oh,
10s.
2 to Myrtleine.
Here's a pair of 10s.
Myrtleine.
Reverend Tommy, refund those points when you get a chance to Mage Kyla and Screaming Dragon because Myrtleine didn't need it. I thought.
No,
Tom
I
had a pair of
just went
sixes?
back and I looked at my discard pile.
Pair of 10s. My
It was a pair
bad.
of 10s.
We'll cut that from the live stream. Just edit that right out. Return the points on those two, and you all managed to not get tortured.
We did a thing.
Yeah. So the guards are going to torture everybody, and they get weird about it. Like the goblins get weird about it. Almost seem like they're enjoying the torture, or will be enjoying the torture. There's some whispered words. There's the threat from who knows what the hell it is that Ishkabibble is talking about, but something.
A little bird told me.
Right. And
It's
Mr.
a
Dr.
who, not a what.
A little bird told me.
Ishkabibble has
That's what
been
Ishka wants.
Nice.
this entire time. Ishka has been a bird under a pot. I didn't know that. So I love the fact that there's a little bird under that pot telling you what to do. All right. At this point,
I'd figured it out.
Clarantula, you have caught the wrong goblins.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
No.
Okay, here's the deal.
I could say I work for Oberon.
Would you do that for me?
Right
Oh my
now,
God,
I
that
would
be
do anything for you.
nice. Oh my God, if you would do that for me, that would be so great because I'm gonna be in like really big trouble.
Sir, would you like me to take the blame? I would do that for you, for her.
I sneak some Oberon money to the doctor.
Right? Because you've got Oberon money.
Helping
Wait,
the
will
doctor
you
out.
guys? Will you all just like say you are spies for Oberon? Because that would totally save my ears. You know, that'd be great if you
In
did
the
that.
paperwork.
Oh no, I wouldn't.
Well,
That's
gonna-
torture. That's too far for anyone.
You know, I could do this if we had the really good information that we could, like, what would we say? Because I mean, I don't even know what to say. Blue blonde? What's his name?
I mean, I could just say, okay, look.
Okay.
Let's make a deal. Okay. I'm going to say that I captured you and that my plan totally worked.
I mean,
but
it
then
did. You captured us.
because you're such good spies,
Uh-huh.
you tricked my goblin guards and you got away. And really, I did everything right, but it was the guards who messed up. We can just blame on the guards. Should we just do that?
They got drunk.
Well, we're going to.
And in exchange for letting them go, they are going to owe you a favor.
Oh yeah, and you'll owe me a favor. Also, I want to try some of that mead. It looks really good.
It is so good. You should have. It's fantastic. You've earned it.
Let's
A
seal the
toast.
deal. Yes, let's seal the deal with a toast. Everyone, let's all have a drink of this elderflower mead all together. That'll seal the deal, and then you'll owe me a favor. Cheers.
This doesn't taste like toast.
Okay, I have to press pause here because Mr. Dr. Pibb, you put love potion in all the drinks, correct? All right. I'm also going to point out for Myrtleine, at one point I described there being maps of army positions on the wall and a list of spies. You were conveniently placed on top of the filing cabinet next to these things. Are you making any effort to steal this or remember this information?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to alphabetize it, catalog it, coordinate it. And I may as well just put it away in the old brain file cabinet because, things get lost. And, I do that for the Mr. Dr. Professor Pibb all the time.
Okay. So you're going to remember it?
Everything.
Okay. We're going to make a figure test here real quick.
Okay.
Helps if I look at your sheet. So 2 cards for figure, 1 for the test. I'll give you the +2 bonus for hiding in plain sight. I don't think applies here because you're not actually physically stealing it. You're just close enough to read it and memorize it.
Okay.
Okay. You got to beat a 10.
Well, doesn't the hiding in plain sight help that because it gives her the freedom to do so unobserved?
Well, I was originally thinking that. A +2 bonus to hide Snoop. Snoop. Yep, this is snooping. You can have it. Like, if Myrtleine was trying to take it off the wall, absolutely, that +2 bonus would apply. Since it's Myrtle's mental faculties that are involved, but a +2 to Snoop, yeah, you can sit there and stare at it until you're sure you've got it memorized until the drink kicks in.
Okay, cool. And I'm doing this for the professor.
Pair of
for the doctor.
7s.
And a queen. Yeah.
Pair of 7s. So you are going to remember 3 names on that list of spies. All right.
Okay.
All right. So you will know 3 names off that list of spies.
It says Ish Kabibble.
It says Ish Kabibble, Mr. Dr. Pibb, and
Line.
Weird name.
You can add a few names to the list if you want. That's free of charge. So,
since in honor of May not being here, can you put Voss's ex-husband's name
on the list?
On the
Just
list?
Add it to the list? Yes.
Just add
And
it
I'm
to the
also
list.
going to put Dr. Mr. Pepper.
Who is already on there. Ooh.
Interesting.
I checked to see if my my ally who has a name similar.
Your ally is not. It's just Dr. Mr. Pepper. That's the only Dr. Mr. Pepper. That's the only name that you immediately recognize. So that's one of your 3 that's on that list. All right. So there was an agreement made, right? Of I thought you were going to throw them in the dungeon to make it look convincing, but you agreed to let them go and blame it on incompetent goblin guards. And then there is libations involved. Grin has been pushing for a drink. Unfortunately, the libations are spiked.
I'm drinking it. I don't care.
Good work, Mr. Dr. Pibb. Things happen that nobody ever wants to know about. So
It's like the lights go down.
the lights do things. Things are done both in the light and not in the light. That
Mostly out of the light.
Mostly out of the light that shall not be spoken again. All right.
And then tomorrow morning, we're all very awkward.
You're all very awkward. However, the end of the mission, you have received some rewards. Yep. End of the mission. For one, everybody gets paid 1 clink from Gits for completing a mission. Right? You did technically complete it because you came away with some information about spies that they can use. You also, as a crew, do not owe Clarantula a favor. You are owed a favor by Clarantula to never, ever speak about what just happened in the tower. Like, Clarantula, you will be murdered if word ever gets out. Ever gets out. But, yes, it is a honeypot. Whoops, that's not, clicked the wrong one. But you have gained a favor from Clarantula as a crew. The last thing to do at the end of a mission, there are some questions that end up giving you points. We're going to answer the questions, but we're going to spend the points off screen. Okay. What happens in the tower stays in the tower. So a couple of things happen here at the end of the mission. One, everybody except for Clarantula gets a advancement. So you will get to pick a new calling, not a new calling perk or general perk off of your playbook. All right. So you get one calling perk or one general perk. You get to add a perk off of your playbook. All right. End of the mission. Okay. And we're going to answer some quick questions and then we will end the stream. We might answer the questions off screen. Let's see. I'm going to try and pull up the questions here. This is a long book. But the good thing about Goblonia is players can play off the quick and dirty. The only person that absolutely needs the rule book is the person running the game, the Weaver. Rules of the game, doing a mission. There it is. All right. You answer these questions. Did you contribute to the game? Yes, everyone contributed to the game. These are marked as chapter ticks up on the top of your playbook. Did you win a battle or overcome a significant obstacle? And these are individual questions. So this is like your experience, but it's spent a little bit differently. You'll spend it to gain influence throughout the city or reduce the suspicion that you gained on yourselves. You can also use these things to improve your clubhouse, your chapter ticks. Did you win a battle or overcome a significant obstacle? I kind of think everybody did.
Right,
from the top, my biggest obstacle is my internet connection, apparently.
Yes.
What were the questions from the top?
First one is, did you contribute to the game? That's a freebie. Everybody gets it. All right. The second, did you win a battle or overcome a significant obstacle? Yes, I think everybody did. Did you successfully escape a triggered entanglement? I don't. Did somebody have an entanglement that they escaped?
What's an entanglement?
It was an emotional entanglement.
That was during your scheming scene. So technically, we're supposed to do these questions after every session, but I didn't want to end every stream doing these questions. So I don't think anybody did that one. Did you learn anything new about the city? Did anyone learn anything new about the city of Goblonia?
Learned about the tower and the Widow's Walk.
Okay.
Apparently, there's a Hilton here.
Apparently, there's a... Well, okay, so you did learn that the tower at the top is a bit nicer than you had expected. It seems to be the headquarters for Titania's Secret Service. That's a biggie that you learned. Mr. Dr. Pip, did you learn anything about the city? Or the city?
Not really, no.
All right.
I feel like those that ventured into the shadows learned a little bit about the shadows, but
Yep.
Well, I would say that we learned about the city wall and the Widow's Walk, and you went and you looked over the edge. And...
You did learn how incredibly capable the Ratha are.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So I think
he did learn about dwarven beer proof.
Yes, and you did learn about flammable dwarven beers. So I think everybody got that one. And the final one, I'll let you ponder these because we're out of time. Did your character answer any big personal questions about themselves? So we will leave it on that. That was easy. Nope. Next week, that was the end of our first mission. Next week, in the time slot here, where are my times? Sunday side quest. We are going to do an in-character Ask Me Anything. We're not actually going to play the game next week. We're going to open up the floor for the audience to ask questions about the game, any design things, anything about the lore of the city, the art, or anything about these characters. And they're going to answer in character. I'm going to answer as the designer. From that point, a Savage Worlds game is taking over Sunday side quest. So starting the not next week, but the next Sunday, whatever day that is in August, there's going to be a totally new game on Sunday side quest. It's going to be a Savage Worlds game. We are working. There is something in the works. This is not the end of the Goblonia games. We are going to Kickstarter on October 5th. So that's happening. We are working to get a Wednesday night game, radio-free Goblonia.
Oh.
It's going to be a little bit of a twist on what's going on. We are going to stream a radio show from the city of Goblonia. So what will be on Nat 21 is actually going to be playing the game. And then that audio from that game will get remixed into a podcast that is the news and the information coming out of Goblonia. So you'll see some of these faces. It will be happening on Wednesday night yet. We will announce the starting date next week once we've got everything lined up and under control. So that is coming. That is happening. So that's what we got planned. We're keeping the streaming of Goblonia alive. We've got a lot of positive feedback for being here on Nat 21. Everyone's having fun with it. So they are moving us to Wednesday nights. Yay! Middle of the week. It's a school night. I know. But it'll be Wednesday nights at 8. Thank you so much for playing. Everybody's going to wave goodbye. Thank you for hanging out. Come back and see us next week for the Ask Me Anything. Let me find our credits video. We'll make it go. And don't forget, you can pick up a copy of the free Quick and Dirty edition. It's not the full game, but it's enough to make characters and play at wicked-clever.com. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. Have a great week. Roll credits. Here we go.
Thanks, everybody.